What's up, guys? It's been a while, but finally there is some more information coming from Motorsport Games concerning the Indycar game that I told you guys repeatedly wasn't going to come out in the spring, which we are pretty much at the doorstep of spring. I'm not pretending to be Nostradamus, but a lot of the things I tell you or predict turn out to be true because I'm connecting very obvious dots. Um, I don't have any special powers or I'm not any smarter than the next guy. It's just obvious stuff. One second. A lot of times people they want to believe things so much that they would rather believe fantasy than the truth. I told people there's no way this IndyCar game is coming out in the spring. It is now being delayed. So before I say anything else, we're gonna take a listen here. The credit goes to David Land for posting it, but here's the actual video from the earnings call.
Experiences.
So hold on a second.
Recently attracted experiences. We recently attracted expert advisors in the gaming space to help consult on our games being developed, which we believe will further enhance our ability to meet our and our fans' expectations for these games. Of course, raising the quality bar will require further time and resources being invested into these fantastic franchises, which we believe will translate into delays in our product release schedule. However, when we will ultimately release these games, we believe they will be worth the wait. This year, we plan to bring 2023 season updates to our NASCAR game for all major platforms such as PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Nintendo Switch, and mobile, allowing our fans to enjoy the latest 2023 season excitement. For our IndyCar game, we continue to make strides in our development efforts, but we do not believe we will be in a satisfactory position to release it to the community this year. The IndyCar community has not had a dedicated IndyCar game in over a decade, and we want to make sure that our IndyCar game is on par with other major racing games out there with enough features to keep IndyCar and other fans excited. As a head of Motorsport Games, I've been honored to lead this company from its inception, nurturing the idea, setting the vision, guiding it through a successful IPO, providing the necessary resources to make key technology and team acquisitions grow and scale. Today, Motorsport Games is a multi-franchise company, boasting a diverse portfolio of official racing games in development for some of the world's most renowned brands in racing, and a foundation built on a cutting-edge technology for the masses.
Man, I tell you, that guy is such a used car salesman. He's still bragging about his role in one of the biggest failures of a game development company that I've ever seen, ever. Talking about the IPOs, how many different games they have under their umbrella. Nothing. They have nothing except Ignition that they released under their umbrella. It's an absolute atrocity to gaming. It's insane. And of course, he's not going to be honest with the investors because they always paint the best possible scenario. They're not going to tell them, I don't know how we're going to get through the next couple of months. How many people are actually working on these games? We don't know. The only investment money outside of the investors that they already got that I could see pouring more money in is Motorsport Network. Only because, they are desperate to see this whole esports thing through. Also, I'm going to remind you guys again, for all these idiots out there that keep telling people that Because of the licenses, these game developers have no choice but to release a game every year. People like Captain Sleeveless, again, here we have another game being delayed into next year. I've told you guys from the start that was all bullshit. It's excuses. It's people making up excuses for these developers to tell you, well, this is why they had to release a heaping pile of shit to you. They didn't want to do it, but they had no choice because of these licensing deals. Here we have, once again, another delay of another racing game. Why Indycar chose to voluntarily go to motorsport games and hand over a license is beyond comprehension. I can't tell you why they did it because it's insane. All this company has at the moment is a bunch of these IPOs, these licenses, and they have a stranglehold on the whole motorsports market. And that's what they want. That's why they went out and they bought out all of these assets and all of these license deals, because they wanted to put themselves in a position where no matter how much they might fuck up, they are the only game in town. So that nobody has any other option other than wait to see what pile of shit they serve to us. This is why I tell people, don't contribute it into a bad business model. Don't give these people your money. And I'm telling you, there's still people out there. Oh, we haven't had an IndyCar in so many years. So they're just looking forward to handing over their money to this company. Now, delaying the game is what they should have done with Ignition. Now it's way beyond saving. It's too late for all that. But I just want people to understand, I told you guys, that whole idea about, oh, the license deals force these developers to release, even if the game's broken, they have to do it because of the licenses. I told you guys from day one, that's bullshit. It makes no sense why anybody would force someone to release games by a deadline, even if those games aren't ready. It makes no sense in terms of business or just common sense. It's just, it never, I continue to be dumbfounded by this company. We don't know how many people are working there, how many people they've gotten rid of. There's no insight at all into what's going on at the company. Even though they told us like 2 years ago or whatever, however long it's been, that they were going to be transparent. They haven't done anything to release information to the public. Everything they talk about is only in these earnings calls. All they care about is the investors. This whole thing about being transparent to the public, that was bullshit. This guy's a bullshit artist. There was a recent announcement that one of the positions he held, he was relinquishing, and then some people thought that, he was out as CEO. Not true. He's still the CEO. Obviously everybody's asking themselves, how is this guy still CEO? Well, what that tells me is that Motorsport Network is 100% behind everything he's doing. They don't see a problem. Like, obviously things aren't going the way they want it to, but he's doing what they want him to do. If he was failing because he was doing his own thing and it's not working out, they would have shit-canned him by now. The reason he's still there is because he is doing what they want him to do. They don't blame him for the failure. So even if they reach a point where they get rid of him, all they're going to do is replace him with another person just like him who's going to follow the same business model. All they care about is esports, and that's what these having this stranglehold on all these IPOs, all these licenses. That's what it's all about. They cornered the motorsport gaming market. There's no one else making racing games except for games like, Forza, Gran Turismo. But those are not sports games. Those are racing games, but they are more car enthusiast games. They're not sports centralized, right? It's not about a specific sport like NASCAR or Indycar. So they've cornered the market. Everybody's sitting around waiting for something, and we are at their mercy. I don't know what else to tell you guys. This is the biggest disaster I've ever seen of a company in video game history. They're still alive. I thought by now they would have completely collapsed, so I was wrong about that. But I told you guys no IndyCar game is coming in the spring. He talked about updates to the NASCAR Heat, DLC crap. No mention of this whole new from the ground up build of a brand new NASCAR game. He didn't mention that at all. So like I've been telling you guys, they're gonna package some fucking DLC for an old fucking game like Heat or Rivals, whatever the fuck, and they're gonna try to dress it up and then sell it as a new game. I don't see what's going on at this company. They're obviously not going to come out and report anything because it's all negative. So that's pretty much what's going on at the moment. I couldn't care less. And, unfortunately, there's always going to be a group of people out there who are willing to run out. They're going to buy this whenever the fuck it comes out. And I'm sorry, I can never support the business model the way it is. Now, the only hope that we have, to me, is someone else acquiring the licenses. How they would go about that is beyond me, but I can promise you, somebody has already made offers. Okay? I can promise you that, and I can promise you that whatever offers were made, Motorsport Games came back and probably asked for way too much. I'm telling you, that's what's going on. And we're stuck. And I told you guys, it's going to be years before we get another NASCAR game. I just don't see how it's going to happen any sooner. And this company is holding these licenses hostage. And I didn't even want to talk about this, but it is what it is. I'm stuck with iRacing. For better or for worse. There's some good things about it, there's some bad things about it, but no matter what, I'm stuck with it. I just wanted a career mode in a video game style type of game, and that's pretty much out the window for the time being. This IndyCar game isn't even being developed to have a career mode. No career mode, and it's still being delayed. So it's a bare bones product that's still being delayed for a year, according to them. And you wonder what kind of product this game is going to be. It's amazing to me. And I don't know what else to tell you guys. I wish I had better news for you, but It is what it is. These people, they just fucked it up for everybody. You know, people just want a good, decent video game to play, and because of the greed and the business model and the mindset, you know, these people, they just want a platform for esports. That's all they want. That's all they care about. And that's why Dimitri's still there, because he's really not doing anything that they didn't want him to do in the first place. So firing him would be something like, "Oh, you screwed up, and you know you're not doing what we want you to do, so you got to go." That's why he's still there. So anyway, I look forward to your comments later.